Hey guys, it's me, Betty Confetti. So this TikToker saying like you're an adult that still feels like a kid, seeing one else as a real adult except you. I feel like this is like something I think about sometimes. Like I know I'm an adult and I see myself as an adult, but I still enjoy some of the things I enjoyed as a kid. In other words, I feel like I'm not gonna say I feel like a kid, but I feel like an adult that never let their imagination die. I feel like I still am creative. I still can see the world in a positive aspect. And it's even though sometimes I can see it as negative, but I still feel like I enjoy some of the things I enjoyed as a kid, because it's weird because I saw people grow up and then it was like they didn't enjoy the things they did as a kid, like cartoons, maybe rock climbing, just being outside, socializing and doing things that require a lot of energy. But for myself, I feel like I still enjoy those things. And even if it's in like small increments, I still enjoy those things. So I did, for like in a way, feel like I was still a kid, even though I was an adult. But it wasn't kind of like no BS, like Michael Jackson, Peter Pan syndrome. Not at all. That's a whole nother level. But like I definitely still enjoyed the things I did as a kid. But I thought I was the only one that felt somewhat this way. Not completely how she said, but like the example I gave. Well, let me know in the comment section below what you think. I'm gonna let the video play, and I definitely want to know, like, what do you guys think about this? Have you ever felt this way? And sometimes I feel like it's in a way this is like people reminiscing on the past and like thinking about what they could have done, and that's not always a good thing. But anyway, I'm gonna let the video play, and yeah.
Are you an adult that still feels like a kid? Like you look in the mirror and instead of seeing a grown woman or a grown man, you still see your teenage self or your childlike self. And you see other men and women out there and you're like, that's a real man, that's a real woman. But you can't seem to think that way about yourself because you still feel like a little girl or a little boy within yourself. And this is a very frustrating place to be for you because you want to feel like an adult, you want to feel grown, but you don't know what it is that separates you and from the people that you're seeing that you perceive to be adults. The reason this happens is because your inner child, your inner teenager, is at the forefront of who you are. And you most likely didn't have adults and caretakers and parents in your life when you were growing up that modeled to you what it looked like in order to soothe your inner child, be there for them, hold their hand through difficult times, support them, understand them, soothe them, and co-regulate them. So what ends up happening when you don't have those figures in your life is you don't know how to be an adult for yourself. You don't have an example of what that looks like, how to be that. It's almost like having a kid with no boundaries or no support and no guidelines, no adults in their life to help soothe them and guide them and make sure that they're okay. So when you don't have that support, you don't have that inner adult within you, the inner child is running rampant, and you look at other people in the world and you're like, how do I become an adult? Why do I feel like a kid? And I see these 20, 30, 40-year-olds and I'm like, they're adults. But even though I'm the same age, I don't feel that way. It's because your inner child is what is running your life. It is not the inner authority and not the inner parent that is holding the hand of your inner child.